And I'm not sure that towering is only physical. Right. She's someone with a familiar story that unfortunately too many women have experienced. I don't think Imani minds me saying that she has had to drag herself up from subterranean self-esteem and almost unbearable psychological burdens to become a successful woman who starred as a basketball player at Georgia State University, winning Rookie of the Year.
Longhorn.
And other,
University of Texas.
Oh, University of Texas, right, not Georgia, yeah. She's a strong and resilient woman, and she knows she must continue to be strong in order to be resilient. Imani, please come to the podium.
Thank you guys. First and foremost, thank you to all of the individuals and organizations that are responsible for this event today. The magnitude of this moment is not lost on me. People from where I come from, people like me, are rarely invited into these rooms, let alone allowed to speak. So I am forever grateful and humble for this opportunity. Sports saved my life, and now I do my best to use it to change the world. The slideshow playing behind me, supposedly, if it happens, maybe. If you do, it'll illustrate just a few of the things I've accomplished in my athletic career and a few of the places sport has taken me. Changing the world often feels like a daunting task, which I'm sure many of you in this room can understand. When you look at all of the work left to be done, it can kind of feel like a burden that's too heavy to carry. I take solace in knowing that the way you change the world is by changing your environment. That's not me either, but we gonna get there. That's okay. That's my friend from the NYU soccer. We just met. It's fine.
You know her.
I don't, but we gonna learn today. Okay. So I take myself.
It is my absolute honor.
No. Surprise for you.
It's a joint presentation, guys. Okay. Yes. So like I said, I take solace in changing the world by changing my community and the people that I care about most. When I began to play basketball in high school, it was safety, it was community, it was family, and ultimately a way to leave Inglewood, California. On top of being 6'5" at 13, I am 6'7" now, and I'm about a footer in these heels. I was also a survivor of sexual abuse and figuring out that I was severely depressed. Of course, these labels, these titles, I didn't have the education or the knowledge to understand what these things meant until later in life. You couldn't have told that young girl who never imagined living past 18 that basketball would take me to these many places, would bring me in front of you guys. My name is Imani McGee-Stafford. I'm a survivor of childhood sexual abuse, a Black woman living with bipolar disorder, and basketball has brought me so much more than I could have ever imagined. My goal in life is to be whom I needed when I was younger, and I do that by being a realistic depiction of a Black woman living and dealing with mental illness, by creating safe spaces, by having serious conversations about sexual education, abuse, and violence, and using this global stage that basketball gives me to do this. When I was younger, when I looked to see people that was dealing with what I was dealing with or suffering, it was no one that looked like me. It wasn't anybody Black, it wasn't anybody from the inner city, and it wasn't anybody tall or a woman. So I found myself feeling isolated. And when I finally shared my story in college, I found out that it was not just me. That so many people had these same stories. And if I would have never discovered basketball, I would have never discovered my voice. Statistics show that 94% of women who hold C-suite positions are former athletes, yet 1 in 3 girls drop out of sports by their teens. Every young girl won't be a professional athlete or even a collegiate athlete, but the life lessons they learn through sport will carry them throughout their lives. If we say we want to build a society of strong women, it starts with our young girls. It starts with our ability to dream. Everyone won't accomplish their dreams, that's life. But everyone, regardless of their race, ethnicity, gender, or sexual orientation, is allowed to dream and should be encouraged to do so, especially young girls. Through sport, we can teach young girls the value and power of their voice, resilience, work ethic, and conflict resolution, just to name a few, in a safe and protected environment. While men may have the titles and positions, We have for centuries known that women are the backbone of society. We can build strong women and even stronger communities by something as simple as allowing and encouraging young girls to play sport. May my life be a realistic depiction and an honest story of how important sports can be. Thank you so much for your time.